I started looking for an organization to join, and I did my homework. I looked at different organizations and I had some concerns with different organizations. But ultimately, when I joined the Black Panther Party, it was because I felt that they had an understanding that this wasn't just about, our struggle did not need to be about reforming the system. This system cannot be reformed. It had to be
Dismantled.
it had to be a revolution. And I saw what we were doing back then, the food programs, the health programs. We were teaching young children, we were helping our elderly, and thought this is where I need to be. I didn't know quite exactly what I needed to be to become a revolutionary, but I knew that that was a step. Now, I ultimately did leave the Panther Party. After the New York 21 were arrested, basically COINTELPRO was going
Yep.
on. We didn't know this at the time. The FBI comes in and arrests the top 21 minds of the New York Black Panther Party. They do that, right? They pull the leadership so that everybody else kind of scatters, and put $100,000 bond on each of them. This was in the 60s. 100,000. So of course they knew. We raised some money. We were able to bail out a couple, but we couldn't
Not
bail out
all of
most
them.
of them. No, we couldn't bail out even. Yeah. And but COINTELPRO was planting seeds of distrust amongst the leadership on the West Coast, on the East Coast. But what I didn't appreciate was how some of the leaders would talk to the other members and talk to members of our community. I always believed, and I was taught this by my grandmother, that leaders should be humble. Leaders are supposed to be in service of their people. And you don't have to get pompous and big headed and stop listening. I attended a conference, and one of the Black Panther leaders took some paperwork that I had been working with, and I'd left it on a table. And I said, "Give me back the paperwork." And, he went to mouthing off and all of that. And it was just not necessary. And then the next thing without saying it to my face, I got back to New York and they told me I was being dismissed from the Black Panther Party because he had asked for me to be dismissed. And I was like, what kind of coward is this? And what kind of ego is this? And so, I quit. And then they later said, no, you can come back. And at that point, I was like, no, not interested. But then I joined the Black Liberation Army, as some of you may know.